You know,
That's
he was down here for a minute. I
he
think
was
he lived
hacking.
here.
He was hacking.
I heard. I heard. Yeah. Got
With hip hop. I have loved you from the first time I laid eyes on you. And I love you still.
What's happening, world? We're back. We're back like we never left. Welcome to Electric Relaxation Show. I am your host, Misterr Galloway, and I'm here with my bro. What's happening, Hendo?
Chilling. What's going on? A1 how you feeling?
I am good, blessed, highly favored, highly favored. Man, I was thinking about this What If series. I'm gonna throw
Okay.
something at you.
All right.
The power of a dollar was about to drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my man 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Through the grace of God, he didn't succumb to his injuries. Through perseverance and pure talent, we got who we see today. The business mogul, the rap legend. But what if? You know what I mean? What if? Just think about it. I don't even know how to begin. We could start with the mixtapes. I feel like he's one of the best to ever. He's probably the best to ever do it with the rollouts of the mixtapes. You know what I mean?
All right.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, like you said, musically, mixtapes, he had to be the best because he was trying to get a deal. Nobody kind of rocked with him early on except for Eminem. So you got to do your best work. This man hungry, he trying to eat. He got shot up. This man had a son. Now I don't know about the relationship that he had with his son back then, but in my opinion, I think he was trying to provide for him and his family. So when your back is up against the wall, you do what you got to do. And a lot of times with artists, that's when they come up with that heat. Now, as far as this what if, I guess, we should kind of delve into what happened if he actually died. God willing, he didn't. But how would that affect entertainment in today's world if we didn't have 50 Cent? So I think you should dive into that and explain to the people your thoughts.
Okay. Well, one of the things, I guess I want to fast forward a lot, I should say. He got TV on fire. I mean, I don't even know where to start. We can start with Power. You got the young boy Tariq. He made him a household name. Tommy, another household name. All the way up to BMF. You know what I mean?
Speaking of, I just saw something that BMF season 2 is supposed to be dropping soon.
Yes. He got this other show that I've been watching, the Homicide show with the guy from TMZ.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good show. He break down, unfortunately, some of the tragedies in hip hop, But it's a dope show. It's a dope show. I know he had this show on I think it was Channel 13. I don't know what it is across the world, but it was this one show about this guy that was in prison. And you heard about that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he became a lawyer.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a true story. But all of these things happen because, 50, he had the vision. He persevered through some serious trials and tribulations. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Shucks, funny thing about 50. He's touring right now, or he's in the middle of a tour,
Right.
a world tour at that. So all these years later, I can't even remember when Get Rich or Die Trying came out,
It was a
but
minute ago.
it's been a minute, in the world level. To me, I mean, I applaud everything he does. He turned it around. Just Thanksgiving, I think they gave him the key to the city.
Hmm.
He down in Houston, so it's big shots out to him. He made it happen for a lot of people, and I feel like he's one of the best hook writers ever. I mean,
Facts. I think Game would agree.
yes, I concur. I concur. But yeah, I mean, Tommy, Tariq,
The boy Dre.
the boy Dre. I mean, Lala. I mean, Lala was already out there, but he took it to another level. And the Kanan, I mean the Kanan series.
Hmm.
I'm loving that series.
And look, he done put Mary J. Blige on,
Mary J.
Method Man. He
Right,
brought
right.
Lorenz Tate back in the fold. And
Yes.
and for me, it's kind of a weird situation to think how fate plays a part in certain people's lives, because
Mm-hmm.
not only did M was he the only one to kind of mess with him back in the day, but
Mm-hmm.
you got to think how he lucked up with the vitamin water.
How about that?
Just because he was drinking it so much, they gave
Mm-hmm.
him stock in it. And once they
Right.
gave him the stock in it, and they came up with that 50 flavor, it
Mm-hmm.
blew up.
Yes. Yes.
And that
Absolutely.
and I think that vitamin water success is what propelled him to have the money to venture into entertainment outside of music.
Yes. 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 And him putting his hat out there in the acting realm. I know he did a movie about an athlete. I think the athlete got sick and he lost all that weight. When he played that role, I knew he was serious. You
I
know what
didn't
I
see him,
mean?
but I know which one you talk about. He was a cancer patient,
Yep, yep,
and
yep.
he lost, like, he took it all off for that role.
Yes, yes.
You got to respect that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And man, I know he got more to come. So shout out to the Big Fifth. You know, I love what he doing. I love what he doing. But you know what? I was thinking about somebody else too. Actually, this group. So we've been talking about the East Coast West Coast scenario.
Hmm.
But remember the Source Awards and the height of all of that.
Right.
You got this one group that came on stage and they said the South have something to say.
Facts.
Yeah. And the group I'm talking about is outkast. The legendary Andre Three Stacks and Big Boy. Man, oh man, those guys. But what if they weren't a group or that never materialized?
Right.
You know what I mean? How would that be? Now, granted, I want to say this as a disclaimer. We know that people are, rappers were going to be who they were going to be regardless. But I just feel like Outkast, catapulted those guys, and brought the attention down there. You know what I mean? What's
Facts.
your what's your thoughts on that?
Listen, without Outcasts, you know what I'm saying, we don't bring attention to the South, because during that time of the 90s, the East Coast always had it, because New York, origin of hip hop, it's the origin of everything. So the East Coast always had that stranglehold. Then the West Coast came and took it, and then they put themselves on the map. So now we got these two coasts vying for music. The beef was, look, we got it hot over here, we got it hot over here. Then Outkast showed up unexpectedly out of
Hmm.
nowhere
Right.
and gave the South a voice.
Mm.
So you have to think about it. Without them, we don't have a Ti. We
This is
don't have a
true.
Ludacris.
Right.
Then you take it a little bit further, I don't think we get into that chopped and screwed era. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Because nobody was paying them any attention. Now, it was always hot in Houston, That
Mm-hmm.
Chop the Screw was always hot down there.
Right.
But then now that they became viable players in the rap game, now everybody was like, okay. So now you're seeing them in videos. You're
Mm-hmm.
having East Coast artists talking about, yo, Chop and Screw my stuff. See
Right.
what you can do with this. We
Mm-hmm.
got people taking that style from the South and trying to put it in their lyrics. Now
Right.
I had friends growing up. Now, we talk the way we talk fast, we do whatever we do. But I actually had friends after Outkast came out trying to talk with a southern drawl
Mm.
because chicks thought that was hot because they weren't used to that up here.
Right.
So not only musically, just culturally,
I
Outkast
agree.
brought it.
Right.
And also they took it mainstream to the entertainment world.
Mm.
They had the Love Below.
Yes.
They did
Yes.
they did a Idlewild, and
Mm-hmm.
then RJ 3000 himself, like 50, went out there and became this big actor.
That he did. That he did.
And he played some roles and some things that you never would have thought. We spoke about this. Something that, no, that was Most Def. Andre was in Four Brothers. I love
Four
Four
Brothers.
Brothers.
One of
Hot.
my favorite movies. A
So
movie we forgot.
that was a movie we forgot.
We
So
forgot.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Outcast took it and did something that others could not do, and they brought a lot of attention, and it brought a lot of people from the South, because you think about it, the South was pretty much R&B. They
Right.
had Hot TLC,
Mm-hmm.
from Atlanta and all that. They had TLC, Escape. They had all of these R&B groups that came from down there. But Outkast brought hip hop to the forefront for the South.
Absolutely. And they were major, mainstream. But which album went dominant? I think it's the Love Below joint, right?
No, most definitely.
Yeah.
The speaker box of
The
Love
speech.
Below.
Yup, yup. So I mean they were major in a major way. And speaking of acting, you can't sleep on Big Boy in ATL.
You can't.
I love that role in ATL.
We
Yeah.
forgot ATL too.
We
We
forgot
forgot ATL
ATL.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Hustle and Flow.
That's what flow. Yeah.
Hustle and Flow. Yeah, yeah. Um, you gotta say, arguably, Andre Three Stacks should be in everybody's top 10. Bar for bar, one of the best that ever do. I feel like he like EF Hut. When he come out, everybody listen. You know
Facts.
what I mean? For the
Facts.
people that don't know what that means, Google.
Because listen, I'm not gonna lie. When Outkast first came out, I had my East Coast bias.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to West Coast. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a shot. It's cool and all. But when Outkast came out, I was like, and all. But all I ever heard was, yo, that Andre dude is serious. Like lyrically, the dude got it. And I'm like, whatever. Then I actually listened to him, and I'm like, this dude is gifted. He's
Yes.
not a gifted rapper. He is a gifted musician.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
And he should. And I feel a little bad now because I mean I know I had that album in my top 10, but
Mm-hmm.
top 10 lyricists, I think I might have to revisit that and see if he's actually one of my top 10, because he like Big Boy ain't no slouch, but Andre, I put Andre in that Black Thought category.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Lyrically, he got it, but doesn't get the recognition that he truly deserves.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you there. Sounds like another show to me. Because there's a couple guys that can go in that category.
Truth.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna say that for another day. Stay tuned, world. And before we move forward, I would like to thank everybody that's been showing us love and support on our journey. What's this? 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 4th episode. So if you didn't see the other 3, circle back and take a look.
It should be 5.
5.
Because I think we did 3. We did 2 on week 3, or did we do 2 on week 2? Whatever it is, just watch.
Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. We talked about South. We talked about East Coast. I guess
Okay.
with 50.
Right.
So let's take it to the West. So I'm going here on you.
Right.
Dr. Dre, right?
Okay.
The joint he did with Easy. The name
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. What if Easy E did not do that joint? What was the guy's
HBO.
Can you imagine if those brothers did it and where Dre would be? What if? What if? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't think Dre would be where he is now. I
Mm-hmm.
think he would still be successful because just musically, he's like our generation's Mozart. Like he's
Right.
talented with the music, putting stuff
Mm-hmm.
together. But I just think that if you took New York rappers
Mm-hmm.
rapping about 6'4s, cruising down the strip and all that other stuff, I don't think it would have fit together, and I don't think it would have been such a hit. I think it was such a hit because over there in Compton and in LA and Oakland, they felt it because they lived that life. And then it
Right.
spread from there to the rest of the world. So if Easy E hadn't hopped in and did that, I think that possibly Ruthless Records would have folded,
Mm.
honestly, because they wouldn't have made
Yes.
no money. You know, Easy E was in the drug game, and once they
Mm-hmm.
didn't sell, he'd have been like, forget that. Later for that, I need to be in the money making business, not the
Right.
money losing business. So it would have took Dre to have some other avenues to get his music out. So, I think it would have been a big impact. And then if we want to take it from East Coast to Midwest, if that never happened and Dre took an alternative path, we might not have an Eminem. Then we
This is
might then
true.
we might not have a 50 Cent.
This is absolutely true. I
So
mean,
it's a ripple effect, bro.
it's truly a ripple effect because you can
Snoop
go with
Dogg,
Snoop, Ice Cube. You
yeah.
know what I mean? We can even go there with Miss Chalet.
Let me tell you, first album was hot. I ain't even gonna hold you. The first album was hot.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
No DOC,
No DOC.
like then you got to take it a step further. No Bone Thugs and Harmony because Easy E
Right.
doesn't discover them. Like listen, this NWA thing has so many ripples to it. If
Mm-hmm.
you just throw it in that pond, those ripples will just go off, and hip hop will be totally different right now. And then, with that being said, the West Coast doesn't take it, and the
Mm-hmm.
East Coast reigns supreme.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
then you want to take it another step further. We might not have the clash between Biggie and Pac, and they may still
Mm.
be alive. So it's far reaching with this section of the what if.
Yes. I agree. I agree. And I'm feeling this what if series, so we definitely gonna keep it going. But speaking of what if you guys have anything that you want to add to the conversation, comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what we missed or what we should have said or what we could have said or who you want us to do with it, what if for. Let us know. But my parting words is this. I feel like we're all living in our potential. And us as people, we got to govern ourselves accordingly because you don't know who is going to become what. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's imperative that we live in our potential and treat every day as another day of growing into that and into our potential. So what's your thoughts? Any parting words?
Only part words I got is stay swifty.
Hmm.
And if you know, because that's Rick and Morty.
Until next time.
We out.
Peace.